I'm Takumi. I grew up in a family of 4 with parents who only doted on my sister Riko. Unloved, I turned 25 years old. These photos. Elementary school, middle school, high school. Even when I got perfect scores on tests. Mom and Dad only had eyes for Riko. Still, I never gave up. I believed that someday they'd acknowledge me. So I studied desperately and worked desperately. As I grew up, a lot changed around me. But this situation with my family hasn't changed one bit. Then Riko got married and her husband Kenta moved in with the family.
From now on, Kenta will be living here too, so give up your room.
Huh?
You understand, right? It's fine, right?
Sorry about this, bro.
Wait, then what am I supposed to do?
What's with that attitude? You barely earn anything and don't even contribute to the household.
That's...
Takumi, cooperate for Riko's sake. You'll support my happiness, right, big bro?
Shut up and obey.
This is so sudden.
There's no reason for you to stay in this house anymore. We don't need a useless son.
Having you around is a bad influence on Riko and her husband. Exactly. You always look so gloomy. It ruins the atmosphere.
I mean, newlyweds really need private time in their room.
Got it? Now get out.
And don't bother coming back, okay?
Yeah, this family really doesn't care about me. But actually, this works in my favor now. I can finally move forward without anyone holding me back. Fine, I'll leave right away.
Don't worry, we'll throw out all your stuff for you.
I went back to my room and packed only the bare essentials. They're genuinely happy that I'm leaving. Fine, I'll make them regret this. A few years passed, and at the family home...
Hey! The rich list is being announced on the news today. Oh my, I wonder who the wealthy people are.
I want to be on the list someday.
That's impossible for you. Just shut up and watch TV.
This year's highlight is the rise of young IT company executives. In particular, this person who made the list at just 28 years old. It's Takumi. His assets are an astonishing $2 billion at this young age.
What the hell?
Why him?
$2 billion? No way.
Seriously?
Hold on, that's our brother? Takumi, who was such a failure.
Is it really him?
Meanwhile, I was in my company's office in a downtown high-rise facing my vice president Misaki.
Making the rich list? You're a celebrity now, Takumi.
It's not like I wanted that.
Your family must know by now.
Yeah, probably.
If anything happens, let me know. I'll handle everything.
Thanks. Now, how will things unfold from here?
I'm calling Takumi right now.
Yes, do it.
I deleted Takumi's number.
Then just call his company.
Good idea.
Hello, Luna Takumi Technology. How may I help you?
Put me through to President Takumi.
May I ask who's calling?
I'm his father. I want to speak with my son.
Please hold. I'm terribly sorry. By the President's orders, we cannot connect any personal calls.
What? I'm his father.
Have a good day.
Damn it.
I'll try sending him a message on social media. Ugh, he blocked me. No way.
I think he's seriously angry.
There's no way he'd go against us.
But it's $2 billion. He's become super rich.
Right, the company shares.
Exactly. If we ask for half of his company shares, it'll be easy. We're siblings. We're family. That's right. We can't face our relatives like this anyway.
All right, let's go to his company directly. If we apologize, he'll definitely forgive us.
Yeah. He's always been such a softie.
Let's go.
Tomorrow, we all go, dressed formally.
The next day, the four of them showed up at my company's reception.
Welcome. Do you have an appointment?
Appointment? No, but I'm Takumi's father. Let me see my son.
Please wait a moment.
Then, in the conference room, "It's been a while, Tatsuya."
What's with that? It's Dad.
"I'm sorry, but to me, you're no longer my father."
How dare you say that to your father?
"And you're just Keiko to me, not my mother. Now what brings you here?"
Big bro, we didn't know you were this successful.
"Is that so?"
Bro, we're family, right? So, even just a little financial help.
"So you came to beg for money?"
No, as family, it's only natural.
"Natural? What did you say when you kicked me out years ago?"
That was...
"We don't need a useless son. Don't bother coming back." That's what you said, right?
That was kind of a joke.
You kicked out family as a joke. What an interesting family.
Takumi, please. I've been worried about you this whole time.
Worried? You never contacted me once.
Everyone, there's something I'd like to share with you. Takumi had already started his company by the time he left home.
What?
When you kicked him out, his company was already registered. In other words, Takumi built everything from scratch on his own, without any support from any of you.
That can't be. You're lying.
It's the truth.
So then, you were already...
Yeah, I never planned to rely on any of you from the start. But back to the topic, if you need financial help, that's not gonna happen. I don't have a single cent to give you.
But we're family.
Family? I thought family meant helping each other in times of need. But you threw me out without hesitation, while laughing, no less. That's not family.
Everyone, President Takumi has another appointment after this.
Wait, Takumi.
There's nothing more to discuss. Please leave. The four return home.
Damn it, he's completely looking down on us.
But what do? We can't face the relatives or neighbors like this.
Father-in-law, you know Yamamoto, the local big shot, right?
Yeah, the real estate company president.
Maybe he could put some pressure on my brother-in-law.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And so?
Yamamoto, I actually wanted to discuss something about my son.
Oh, about Takumi?
Yes, he's gotten so arrogant lately. He won't listen to his parents at all. Could you maybe have a word with him? Or even spread rumors that he's an ungrateful son?
Can I ask you something? What did you do to Takumi?
Huh?
Actually, my company has a partnership with Takumi's company.
What?
Takumi is truly exceptional. He's the pride of our community. You're lucky to have such a son.
Well, that's...
So stop being disrespectful to your son. If you do anything to hurt Takumi, I'll cut all ties with you.
Wait, please. No good. He's completely on Takumi's side.
Then we'll be made out to be the bad guys.
Damn it. When did he lay all this groundwork?
A few days later, I held a press conference at a hotel in the city. Today, I'd like to announce our company's new social contribution initiative. We will be donating a total of $50 million to children's welfare facilities nationwide. Furthermore, we're launching a job support program for young people from these facilities. I want to give equal opportunities to children who weren't blessed with good family environments. That's my wish.
That's a wonderful initiative. By the way, how is your relationship with your own family?
Unfortunately, I don't have anyone I can call family. My family cut ties with me, so now I'm all alone in this world. That's exactly why I wanted to support children in similar circumstances. And that evening, the press conference was broadcast on national news.
President Takumi's press conference has generated a huge response.
No way. This is national news?
This is bad.
A few hours later,
Tatsuya, I saw the news. What's going on? Did you really kick out your son? I can't believe someone in our family could be so heartless. It's embarrassing.
Keiko, what did you do to Takumi? He was such a sweet kid. I'm afraid we'll have to distance ourselves from your family.
messages flooded Rico's phone one after another.
Rico, did you see the news? Your brother is amazing, but he said his family cut ties with him. What happened? Rico, you did something awful to your brother, didn't you? That's disgusting. Don't text me anymore. No way! My friends are all attacking me.
My company's getting inquiries too.
Damn it. Takumi did this on purpose. He's trying to ruin us socially.
Following week, Rico and Kenta.
Hey, Kenta, if this keeps up, we're totally done for.
I know.
So, this is our last resort.
What are you gonna do?
Sell a story about my brother's wrongdoings to a tabloid.
Wrongdoings? He hasn't done anything wrong.
So we make it up, like he abused me growing up.
But that's a lie, isn't it?
As long as we don't get caught, it's fine. Please, Kenta. We're really finished if we don't do something.
Fine, I'll help.
A few days later, the two visited a tabloid's editorial office.
So what? You're claiming President Takumi abused you?
Yes, ever since I was little.
I see. However, we always verify stories like this.
Huh?
Also, I took a look at your social media.
Another fancy lunch today. Thanks, Mom and Dad. My brother is so annoying. I wish he'd just leave already.
These are your posts, right? Would someone who was being abused normally post things like this?
That's...
Actually, weren't you the ones mistreating President Takumi? Please leave. We won't be publishing this story. However, we will be reporting to President Takumi that you attempted to damage his reputation with false information.
Wait!
Goodbye.
Oh, this is bad.
Meanwhile, at my office,
Takumi, we got a call from the tabloid's editorial department.
Rico and them, huh?
Yes, they tried to sell a fake abuse story.
Just as I expected.
Also, Takumi, there's one more thing. This is footage from a hidden camera installed at your family's home.
Oh, that! The screen showed the family home's living room. It had recorded the family's conversation after I left. Everyone was laughing.
Finally, got rid of that nuisance.
I know, right? Just having him around made everything so gloomy. He was totally useless, wasn't he?
Lucky us. Now we have more space.
I'm throwing out everything that reminds us of him.
All the photos are going in the trash, right? That's horrible.
Yeah, but this is reality.
Should we provide this footage to the tabloid?
Yeah, give it to the editorial department as evidence for fact-checking. A few days later, the editor called Riko and Kenta.
Actually, President Takumi provided us with video evidence.
Huh?
It's your conversation after you kicked out President Takumi. Based on this, far from being abused, you were the perpetrators.
That's...
We won't publish this story. However, if you spread any more false information about President Takumi, you could be sued for defamation.
He recorded everything.
No way. Since when?
From the very beginning, I think.
That night, there was new activity on social media. Anonymous accounts began compiling and spreading Riko's problematic past posts. President Takumi's sister posted stuff like this in the past. She mocked her brother before, and now she's begging for his money? Pathetic. And so on. As a result, Riko's social media exploded with backlash. Kenta's company also received anonymous reports.
Kenta, this is HR. This affects the company's image, so would you consider resigning voluntarily? No way!
A week later, the family home's living room had a funeral-like atmosphere.
How did it come to this?
Takumi did all of this. Hey, there's one last resort. Company shares.
Shares?
We should have rights to his company shares because we're family. That's right. Legally, we should have the right to a share.
All right, let's consult a lawyer.
A few days later, the four visited a law firm. I see. You want to consult about President Takumi's company shares.
Yes, we're family, so we should have the right to a share.
I'm sorry, but that's impossible.
What?
President Takumi has held all the company shares personally since its founding. Family members have no rights to them whatsoever.
No way.
Furthermore, President Takumi is already preparing to legally sever ties with your family.
Legally severed ties?
That means legal measures prohibiting any future contact. If you contact or harass President Takumi in the future, you could be sued for defamation, obstruction of business, stalking violations, and so on.
No way!
In particular, Riko, President Takumi could sue you for defamation regarding the false information you brought to the tabloid. For now, he's letting it slide. But if anything similar happens again, he will take legal action without mercy.
Wait, please.
This is President Takumi's final warning. He says, never contact me again.
Takumi!
That is all. Please leave. A few weeks later, the four made one last desperate attempt. They visited my company again.
You've visited before?
Today, I want to apologize, even if I have to get on my knees. Please let me see my son.
Please wait a moment.
Then, in the conference room. This will be the last time we meet.
Takumi, I was wrong.
Please, Takumi, let us be a family again. Big bro, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Bro, we were wrong.
Please, we can't survive like this.
Nobody will talk to us. Not our relatives, not our neighbors. I've lost all my friends and we have no money.
I lost my job. At this rate, we really...
I heard your apologies. However,
Takumi,
I have no intention of repairing our relationship.
No.
When you kicked me out, you were all laughing. Don't bother coming back. Rico, you said that with a smile.
That was...
We don't need a useless son. Tatsuya, those were your exact words.
I'm sorry. I really am.
But the moment I became successful, you all changed your tune. That's who you really are. I don't want to be family with people like that.
This is a no contact agreement. Please promise not to contact Takumi ever again.
There's no way we can do that.
If you can't, we'll take legal action. Stalking, obstruction of business, defamation. We will prosecute you thoroughly on all charges.
Fine, I understood.
If you try anything against me in the future, I will gather all the evidence and take thorough legal action. I have all the funds and lawyers I need for that. Remember that.
Big bro.
I'm no longer your brother. Call me Takumi.
Takumi.
Now then, goodbye. Never appear before me again.
The exit is this way.
It's finally over.
Good work.
Now everything is truly finished.
Any regrets?
Not at all. This is the path I chose. 6 months later, my father and mother were living together in a small apartment.
If only we had cherished Takumi back then.
It's too late for that now.
Rico and Kenta too.
I'm suffering too. Your family ruined my life.
Oh, please. You're only after money, too.
I can't do this anymore. Let's get a divorce.
Fine by me.
Cut off by all their relatives, completely ignored by neighbors. Total isolation. That was the result of the path they chose. Meanwhile, as for me,
We've got offers for the next project too.
sounds interesting. Let's move forward with it. I'm so glad I left home back then. If I'd stayed, I would have been nothing. And I realized I'm not alone. Misaki, you've been here with me.
Takumi.
Misaki, I want you to stay with me. Forever and always.
Is that? Yes, I'd love that too.
And from then on, we walk through life together. Forever and always.